even said that there. And I basically went and sold my CDs in the parking lot because it got so incredibly awkward that like the advisor was like giving me this death stare from across the room because I said the F word a couple of times in the show. I just had like school and she just looked at me like, she was gonna rip my balls off. I don't think she would have. I don't think that she would have found that appropriate to touch those things. But I left, and I felt really bad, and I'm going to send my check back because they asked me not to swear in the show, and I did anyway. And as much as, I don't find swearing offensive unless it's used in a, negative, derogatory, or aggressive way, that's what they asked me not to do, and I didn't do it, and so I failed to be a good performer. But, so, I was not getting paid at this show, or I won't get paid. And then I got off stage, and there was a missed call from my house, and I live in a 3-bedroom house with 4 people, and one of the bedrooms is occupied by a couple who have been together for like 5 years, and they're both really good friends of mine, and have never fought before. And then last week while I was away, and we're in the first month of our new year-long lease, they broke up, and she moved out, and so our house is like, the most awesome, sweet place I ever lived in is disintegrating, and so it's like, I have 3 weeks to find a new place, and I'm gonna like move my shit into storage, and new beginnings, but silver linings. So, how are you guys doing out there? Anybody have a story to tell? Anybody with a bad week? Any little tidbits you can shout out of something bad that happened this week and you want to purge from the room? You, sir.
My grandpa died.
Oh. It's not a laughing thing when you see my reaction to it. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. Anybody else have something that they want to share and purge and get the negative energy out and then just continue on with manifesting our own awesomeness? Anybody have something awesome happen this week? The Packers won. The Packers won 3 games in a row. They're undefeated. Did you guys know that? Am I a fucking idiot? Yes, I am. Well, the Niners are 2-1. That's unbelievable. All right, cool. Well, continue to internalize and manifest your awesomeness, because that's what Bay Area people say that you should do, is actualize, self-actualize. See your own awesomeness, and then pluck it from the tree like a golden, low-hanging fruit. Oh, hi. I'm that guy. Built so fly in a silk bow tie. Don't know why I'm built so fly, but I am, no lie. Oh my. Roll by, got a low ride huffy, sitting on the pegs, shell toes puffy, cuff rolled up to my calf, class at the ass, down with the spine like Buffy. Gotta be the one to bite the bullet, I'm a sinner, but I bet I could have been a better man. I wanna be Sam, but I can sip on some medicine instead of meditating, but I get it when I can. I don't wanna wind up at the gutter with a bottle of malt, like a minute, cause I never got a call, telling me that it's all figured out. I'm sticking down, but I'm looking at the wall. Part of me was hoping to be caught up in the moment, to be open to the good, they gotta be, but I got a lot of me, and to get that I ought to become a bit of an oddity, but to get the better about the thought of me. Who's he? You gotta be kidding me. Do me like Gabrielle acidity. If you see me with a chickadee, no diggity, itty, giggity, giggity, giggity. Gonna set up like a letter from above with a woman that I love, cause I get it like I live. But if my baby's gay, I'll say, you go gay baby, work that crib, work that bib, work that kid, screw police, flip that car. I don't want a Jesus piece, but I want a Reese's piece in a Kit Kat bar. I want everybody focusing together, be the letterman, they kick over the betterment, is elegant Americans who never want to sell it to the pop. Or not, cause my bedroom rocks, the beat still knocks when I sort my socks. I'm 5'11" of sex, from the tip of my head to my gorgeous knees. Thank you. The easy answers always have a catch. Strike a match and watch good intentions wing themselves out windows like frightened bats. It's easy to wax that we've got the top tax bracket throwing up food stamps for backup and insisting that the world is flat. Saying screw welfare. Fuck you, Copernicus. Everything I need to know I learned at Marion, and the campus lawn definitely didn't bend over the horizon. It's easy for post-grads to point to the maps in their textbook atlases of proof. Explain that in the Mercator projection, South America and Africa are practically the size of England. That the world is flat in a map and an atlas in a classroom in Massachusetts, and you can't fit the whole world on the same page. It's too easy to soak up the sun in Martha's Vineyard on the Atlantic and watch the Western Hemisphere run Euroconcentric circles around the rest of the planet. Asking why run when we can fly? It's easy for jet setters to litter out the window above the globe like cabin pressure was a metaphor for Abraham Lincoln's American dream blown open, so we can go and dump trash into the ocean and stratosphere and then buy it back wrapped in plastic and glass shards bartered from Ghana. Pawned off on Rwanda. But I want to know, why can't the mall rat in Nowhere, Nevada drop her shopping bags and wrap her arms around the kid who stitched her Prada? because odds are a sweatshop worker in Togo used his last thread of dignity to sew the logo on my polo. I know summer homes filled with kids fitted in Manolo from Lesotho who don't know that Nagasaki is not the hot new sushi shop in Soho. That their Reeboks didn't sea-walk themselves down the assembly line. But maybe you would understand if every laborer went on strike and the boxes from Foot Locker came with disassembled footwear like, here's an idea, and assemble your own goddamn shoe store. We can call it Nikea. This is bad religion. It's a back of the classroom note tied to the leg of a pigeon. A pipe dream. A fly dream like maybe someday jet setters will abandon aircraft and hop on the backs of doves. The backs of frightened bats. Rise above the cumulus and toss accumulated stacks of greenbacks off the backs to the masses gathered below. And I try to tell myself that if the yen can rise above the dollar, and the euro can rise above the dollar, and if the goddamn Canadian dollar can rise above the dollar, then so can we. And then most of me says, okay, George, if you say so, but I'll believe it when I see Tim Geithner in my Nikea paying for his Jordans with pesos. I see the Messiah rocking a sermon at the top of the G8 summit. The mayor of your city finally repaving that pothole in Thailand. America is not an island. And I'd like to believe you don't need to be between the borders of geography class to fit the world on the same page. Thanks. If you want to know, then all you have to do is ask me. Not a thing to hide. I walk in the office of my orthodontist to witness that I'm warning my job one is already pride, and honestly, I never lied, second to none. If I pucker my lips and I lick them, I'm looking to kick an impeccable pun. I don't kick it like Beckham, I kick it like Beckham a decade ago in a run. My mouth, think I'm a megalomaniac, a lout? I'll be begging to differ. Try sticking a flute or a piccolo? I'm a particular part of your pecker, but I'll let you pick it though. I'm out, I'll check up a deuce, a bigelow, be cracking a Michelob, but they give a toast and I trickle a bit of the gutter for all of my bigger bros and to walk it out. If I go spit a poem, if I go kick a flow, doesn't really matter, man, because the jam is a Watsky. When I get a mic and I go rip a rhythm and a name, and the whole damn gang gonna stop me. Probably gonna rip it too, because the city wants to hit me with a bit to prove I got shit to do. I got the sickest crew, and so what the fuck is it to you? Dude, if I got no stage name, I got stage name with an ass and a master plan. It's an avalanche when I spin a little bit of slam, and I hit you with the battle ram. Got a cattle brand, GW Barnett, so what do you park? You got money in cars? I study the stars, and I couldn't care less who they rep in their set. Show respect, I'll be repping a bet. Lean to the left, flow right, oh my god. A rose by any name got thorns as sharp. Hey, stage names are for porno stars, and what skeet is far for what I'm trying to do, who I'm trying to be. Motherfucker, fuck this industry. If I gotta be MCU to do MC me, George Watsky, MP3. Fuck the limit, I gotta keep it coming if I wanna make it to the top. Cause I'll be giving you what I've been doing during the minutes of the rappers have been up on the clock. Cause if I walk the walk and I talk the talk and I'm popping off cause my work is hot, then I'm pretty motherfucker positive and never gotta try to call myself somebody I'm not. Rap some shit. Anybody like hip hop in the crowd out there? Any hip hop fans? I grew up on it despite being horribly reflective. It's a condition. I like to call it whiteness. And it's nothing to laugh about. It's no laughing matter. A lot of you have it out there. I don't want to tell you. But I grew up in San Francisco, oddly enough, at like a 95% Asian American school, and everyone listened to hip hop. And my first concert was a Ludacris concert, and I saw my first pair of breastises at the Ludacris concert. So it's in me. And at the same time, I'm never interested in like portraying myself as anybody other than like who I am. Like if I have a song and I feel like it's a different voice than one that I would talk to my parents or my aunts and uncles with, then I feel like I'm putting on an act and a front. So like, you know, it may not be the quickest way to success, but my goal is to shove my weird personality into hip-hop and see if I can get anyone to listen to it, you know? It's like, and if it doesn't work, at least I tried, you know, it was a fun experiment, and, you know, sometimes you blow your hand off in a fun experiment, but everyone likes to watch a bloody stump, so. Yeah, I'm just coming up with metaphors on the spot here, by the way, so maybe some of them will stick. So I grew up in hip-hop music, and one of the things that I found most compelling about hip-hop is, like, anybody here know the word swag? Yeah. Does anyone out there have any swag? I feel like you look like you have a lot of swag. Am I mistaken? Yeah. Prove me wrong. You have swag. You have swag. I know you have swag. Yeah, so there's this sense of confidence that like makes it really compelling when you hear someone on the mic who's like assured of themselves and knows what they're talking about. But at the same time, for me, I can't get behind the idea that, like, you know, the phrase greatest of all time gets thrown around a lot in hip-hop. And a lot of rappers feel like to make themselves the greatest of all time, most of their work has to be about the fact that they're the greatest of all time. And to me, I can't take that seriously when I do it, because I'm like, there's what, 7 billion people on the planet, right? 6 billion of them are rappers or aspiring rappers, 5 billion of which I've never heard rap before, and 3 billion of which are probably tighter than me. I just haven't heard of them yet. So those are the numbers. That's just fact. You can't argue with fact. So I can't get behind it, but at the same time, I always wanted to write one of those swagged out, like, I'm the man, you suck balls kind of pieces. And I never could until I smoked a big blunt one night and wrote this. So I'm gonna do it for you. Can I do it for you? Actually, can you get the banana for me? I need an enemy.